You know what? We blew up in the hood. We had a song called No Love, which is considered the first drill song ever. Let's keep it a buck. The drill today, it's pushed on the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? The drill we was doing, we was about that. And then you got the internet. So think about it. Oh man, I could just do some shit just to get famous.
Right.
But you losing your life or you going to jail at 14. We had a song called No Love, it's called No Motherfucking Love. And that was some street hood shit. We're talking about street shit, you feel me? I'm saying standing by the gangway, what the fuck? AK-47, bodies powder, running 4 miles and 95,000. It's below zero, motherfuckers. Come on, kill them all. And if you testing us, motherfucker, you testing the biggest ball. Like, it's this drill shit. Like, we was on it.
When the world starts spinning and the truth gets blurred, the OGs stepping voices to be heard. With wisdom so grand, they're here to break it down. Gonna tell it like it is all around the town. OG chopping block, where the real talk don't stop. Cutting through the BS, bringing truth to the top. Every episode, the truth unfolds.
Hey, this is where we put it on the block, chop it up. Today, very powerful guest today. You know what I'm saying? From the group Do or Die. He's so cold, they call him Below Zero.
You did.
I call him Belo. But understand what that's about. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. It's all good. Tell you, it's Avenue all the way, man.
You did.
And we're going to let him tell the story of the journey of his life, you know, and our lives have intertwined together. And he's went on to do big things in the industry of music and other things. And I think you're going to enjoy his story. So let's go back to, where were you born at, bro?
Chicago.
In Chicago?
You know, I come off Chicago. It's crazy because literally I was born in Henry Hornet.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that.
Right. Which building?
And shit, I was a baby, bro. Like, I was a baby. Like,
I get it. I get
so I was born in Hornets. Went over there to Kedzie and you know, in the hole.
I get it.
Over there by Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the Avenue, hit Chicago Avenue. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a kid. I'm sure. I'm not even 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I totally get it.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we from the depth of the city, the depths of the city, meaning we from the core of Chicago, and a lot of people got to understand, like, you know, we from the West Side. The West Side spawned a lot of, you know, a lot of things. So we from, you know what I mean, and being born from there, bro, like, it's. I'll just sum it up. Like, I couldn't tell the viewers in a lifetime of what we've been through or what we experienced because it's too detrimental.
There was a time that Chicago Avenue was labeled as Cambodia.
Yes, sir.
It was that wicked.
Yes, sir. That was a time, remember, when they named just our section the murder capital. They wasn't even the whole Chicago. They were just saying Chicago Avenue.
It was ridiculous.
The Ave is different. Chicago Avenue is different, especially where we from anywhere from, if you could say, you can add some of K-Town down, you can add, like, I would say from Kilo on down, but from where we were, it was Pulaski to, I would say, Central Park. You know what I'm saying? It was nuts, bro.
No, that was really, really nuts.
Man, bro, you know what? I remember coming up, and I did this on one of my documentaries. I remember watching Paid in Full, and I was like, man, they talking about all these great people and all these brothers and all the hustlers, And I saw these same people coming up on the avenue.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, including yourself, bro. Like, including you and you know, Oswald
all these brothers.
and all these
man.
great brothers. I don't want to just name drop.
No, do so.
You know, but
No, you're welcome
yeah,
to do
so it was so many brothers that I saw, and I'm like, damn, I want to be like these guys. Like, these guys getting bread.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? These cats was getting bread, man. I was like, I remember, you know, watching Bro, even Kenny Steele them on down. I was watching them, I was like, damn, this nigga had one of the biggest chains ever. It made me want to go get one. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy.
Watching young niggas, twin them, they was, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, bro, getting, when you talking about money,
Crazy.
and everybody was huddled in one spot.
Man, it was
getting
crazy.
money.
Unbelievable. It was crazy. A lot of the guys, like you're talking about, Kenny Steele, Gangsta Paul, Gangsta
yeah.
Ty,
yeah.
Hey man,
Big June, yeah.
Big June,
yes.
Sutton, Frosty,
Shout out.
dig, Twins. Hey man,
yeah.
come on man, we be here all day just rolling. Cootie Khan,
yeah.
Sadly, it was the drug epidemic era.
Yeah.
You know, but it was what it was. A lot of guys have gone on to do better things, you know. I just want to stop and say one of the brothers that has gone on to do better things, I don't want to throw him out there like that due to his circumstance, but we'll just say Jack for short.
Say less.
And all of you that
Say less.
understand what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about.
Certainly.
Go.
Yeah, that was crazy because I that was an emotional moment for you right there.
Hey,
because when
man.
you said that, it was an emotional moment for me.
You
we
did.
talking about Jack, and so I know.
Hey, man.
And he was one of the ones that, man, really looked out for me.
Hey, man.
And the crazy part, you know, we was all locked up together.
Man, ain't that crazy? Those are some people that we're talking about in our lives. We could go on forever. We're talking about Bishop Don Magic Juan.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, man. This was a unique period of time, and not everybody was dope dealers, but we were all survivalists.
So Do or Die, I know that name means something to you. How did you come up with that name, Do or Die, in Chicago?
It was crazy because a lot of people don't know when we was younger, we was the originators of footwork. And people don't even know that. Like, we created that. We created footwork. You know what I mean? Dancing when we was kids. And one of our brothers, who we consider as a true brother, linked me and AK together. You know what I'm saying? My brother Mo, Homicide, they call him. So he linked me and AK together. And when we had all got together, we was like, I think we was either Death on Arrival and it was Dog or Die or something like that. And then we was like, let's just merge together. And we became Do or Die, D-O-D. And we saw it just be like just D-O-D. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that we all rapped.
Exactly.
And we kids. We ain't even out of high school. Wow, like 11, 12,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
And there are so many.
Even us in Flick, like me and Kilo, grammar school, we went to the same class of Crucial Conflict. You know what I'm saying? Me and Wild Style High School, me and Cold Heart, been knowing each other forever.
That's Crucial Conflict.
You know what I'm saying? Like Brett. You know what I'm saying? Like all us.
West Side.
West Side. Never battle, never none of that. I think that as being an MC, because we're real MCs, I think it's always competitive from that level. But far as battling and all that shit, nah, bro. Like, we all family.
But you made the point. We're all family. Is underneath all of that, there was a foundation there. See, and that foundation eliminated a lot of stuff that goes on in these other different cities.
That's right.
See, because there was a bond there, because there was an organization that everybody was tied to. See, when you're on the west side of Chicago back in that day, dominant player in that area we're talking about, that was Vice Lord.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's
there
right.
was a bond there, and all of these guys that you guys know that are powerful rappers and entertainers today, that foundation in itself made people stay on a certain track with the foundation.
You know what? We blew up in the hood. We not just the hood, we blew up on our own because we had a song called No Love, which is considered the first drill song ever. So by the time we reached, that song circulated. By the time it went out of Chicago, reached Houston, that's when Jay Prince called us. No, but we had a whole lot of record deals on the table. But it was crazy because the vibe was just there. You feel what I'm saying? So we correlated and we connected on other levels too. You feel what I'm saying? So, but that was the first record deal. Jay reached out to us.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, no doubt. Always. That's our big bro. George Daniels. He was an very intricate part of that. You know what I'm saying? Ray Bonnie, he was a very intricate part of that. A lot of cats, man, like it's so deep to the point that we can't, it'd take 5 sessions to even tell you.
It was drill before drill.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Kind of jump deep into that because, you know, drill has gotten a really bad reputation today. You know, people blaming drill for the incite of violence, not only in Chicago, but throughout the world. So you said that was that first drill.
Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck. The drill today, it's pushed on the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? The drill we were doing, we was about that. Mr. Rick said it so. We had laws, we had principles, we had shit that we had to abide by. You know what I'm saying? They don't got that. There's no more of that. You feel what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
So when we was coming up, we had structure.
Exactly.
We had rules. Although we lived the life, we had rules. Today they don't have that. And then you got the internet. So think about it. Oh man, I could just do some shit just to get famous.
Right.
But you losing your life or you going to jail at 14. No.
Man, come on.
We here doing an interview right now. And our age bracket way different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look a little young, but I'm a little up there. You know what I mean? So the drill that we did, we had a song called No Love. It's called No Motherfucking Love. And that was some street hood shit. You can look that shit up. You feel what I'm saying?
Going to the lyrics though, like what made it street hood? What made it so dangerous?
When we bust out, my bro K said 11:45 p.m. I'm slinging slugs at a rival gang. Coming through my set, shooting with a tech and leaving flat and numb. I'm on probation, but this shit is nation business. Like, think about that.
Hey man.
We talking about street shit. You feel me? I'm saying standing by the gangway, what the fuck? AK-47, 11 bodies powder and running 4 miles and 95,000. It's below zero, motherfuckers. Come on, kill them all. And if you testing us, motherfucker, you testing the biggest ball. Like this drill shit. Like we was on it, but we wasn't rapping. We just rapping. We was
living.
Motherfucker living their life. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it wasn't pushed because the big corporations in the industry was making money off of the other shit, the pop shit, the dance shit, the country shit, the this, the that, that. They weren't making money off this street shit because remember, they didn't even have control of this shit.
Exactly.
But they got control now because they pushed the drill. Everybody heard the song, man. Everybody heard the song called No Love. It was underground. Shout out to my bro Luck, my bro Traxter. They we all merged and got together too.
Give them some history on Traxter.
Yeah, and that's how the Poe Pimps came about because Traxter had produced for Psychodrama. Traxter had produced for Do or Die. and so many other people, man. This vibe, this wave, this sound, outside of us, psychodrama, snipers, the West Side community.
Right,
That's where that sound come from.
right.
And Traxter was a very intricate part of that sound because he produced for
Major,
mostly everybody
major producer.
that came. You feel what I'm saying? On the Ave was like its own community.
For real.
Period. It was so many people that's very like founded to that community. It was crazy because it was just us. And
Exactly.
And what was crazy about the Avenue, we didn't even care. Like you can come from anywhere all over the world.
Didn't matter.
We didn't even matter. As long as you ain't
Don't
tripped on
bring the
ass,
drag.
Don't bring that.
Yeah.
And when you go to jail or you go to these places or you go wherever you go, all you gotta do is say,
Avenue.
I'm from there.
Hey, dude and them over there.
It hit
what I'm
different.
saying?
You feel what I'm saying?
Dude and them over there, man. Somebody
we ain't
gonna holler
going.
at you.
If I could say this, like, you know, keep it a buck. Like, we was the type of cats that you ain't bring us no crazy shit, we ain't come back at you with it.
Exactly.
But if you wrote it,
Oh my God.
man, it was that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's some very powerful, like, people that was on the Ave, off the Ave, that you could say cats' name, you could say certain cats, and if you say the Ave, they're gonna correlate that with that.
Exactly. What about Head?
You know what I'm saying? Head, he was another one.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So when you got when you guys were shorties coming up, I know like with some of the other OGs that we interviewed, they said, you know, if they saw a talent, then they'd be like, hey man, you go handle your business over there. Don't deal with this anymore. You know, we don't want to see you on the streets anymore. We want to see you, and we're going to support you to get that music thing going. As long as you're hustling and getting that music thing going. Was that the same thing for Do or Die?
No, these ain't just rappers. You know, don't get it twisted. You know, these guys live the real life. You know, Crucial Conflict and all, they live the real life.
You got to keep in mind, during this time, like a lot of people don't even understand, it was a time where, remember, you got to remember when I had the Avenue. So I wasn't just
You
rapping.
see what
I'm a
saying?
real straight nigga. I'm
Right.
not one of them niggas that be rapping and just motherfucker be like, okay, he a rapper. No, I was knee deep in this shit.
Chicago Avenue.
But I'm from the Avenue, but I represent Chicago. I'm from the Avenue, but I represent Chicago because I've been out here too. You know, I've been out south. I've been out east. I've been out west. Everybody know me. They know I'm not one of them niggas that'll pop up and they be like, that's somebody to play with. Nah, cause I ain't one of them niggas. And I ain't one of them rap niggas. Right.
So this is interesting because you had NWA out in California. Then you had the New York movement. Then you had the South movement, Atlanta, Houston. Give me an idea when you said I was really about that. When you travel throughout the country, did you feel and kind of say, where does Chicago rap stand? But did you feel like you ever like went to places and they maybe tried you and you're like, wait a minute, this is some real Chicago shit y'all about to get into. Where does Chicago rank throughout the country with other cities? And do you think that other city maybe more front their gangster, or do you feel like they really was about their gangster?
No, it's gangsters everywhere
You better
around the
believe
world.
that. You better believe
but
that.
what I do know is that if we speaking in reference to street,
Right.
they was gonna respect that shit. Because I told you once before, I wasn't just sitting in Chicago. Even when I was a shorty, I was traveling. So I was in New York. I knew the biggest niggas in New York. I knew the biggest niggas in Cali. I traveled. So I knew, and they knew me. No, trust me, I wasn't always his age. I was a wild card. So when I traveled, motherfucker, oh, there go buddy. I was loose. I was fucked up in the head, put it that way. And people knew this. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Rick could contest to it.
So how you think Chicago rank in the rap industry? Where you think you guys rank that? Because I remember when I first heard do or die, a crucial conflict, man, Chicago was just like the Bulls winning the national championship. We were so proud, you know what I'm saying? Because these guys was coming from our city. You know, it was almost like a competition thing, you know. So what do you think you guys ranked when you came out with the rest of the rap world?
Wasn't no rank. We was number one. We dropped number one. We had the number one record in the country. In the country, we changed the wave. See, we didn't just drop or just do a song. We changed the game.
Right.
It's a difference. It's levels to this shit. When Do or Die dropped, we changed a wave.
That's
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That pride that we
dropped
had.
number one. We dropped number one. So we wasn't tripping on what everybody else was doing. We didn't even give a fuck. We didn't care. We understood that. The powers that be didn't want Chicago to get on because we're the third largest city, right, in the world, but we're the number one consumers in the world. So we understood that everybody got to come here. Everybody that's in hip hop, they come here 2,000 damn times. Why do you think that is? Because we spend money here.
The bread is here.
You feel what I'm saying? You think the South, down South or East Coast or anywhere else want us to really get on and we spending more money? It's short in their pockets.
In a big way.
In a very big way. But Chicago the shit.
Exactly. We'll move on. And
I want to say one thing on
please
that.
help yourself.
Because you got to think about it. Like with Chicago, and I just wanted to say this. Again, there's very powerful people that's out. Everybody trying to do something different. Everybody trying to change their lives. Everybody trying to, we ain't on the shit that we used to be on back in the day.
Oh no, that's history.
That's dead. So we're moving in a positive perspective, but there's still powerful people out here.
Yes.
One of the cats, well, I call him Pops, Mr. Rico.
Believe that.
Like, you gotta think about it, doing all positive things, all positive shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here doing positive things, but they're still here.
And they still
And you can't
have,
disrespect that. You feel what I'm
it
saying?
ain't gonna happen.
Fly. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Hey,
positive
come on,
people out
man.
here. You can't disrespect that. Like cats are still around.
They're in play.
So you can't just be like, okay, I'm coming to Chicago and we're just gonna do. No, you just ain't gonna do
It
that.
ain't gonna happen no more than you let brothers come to LA and do what they want to
feel
do, and New York, and we understand that, and we respect that, because we understand here it works the same way.
Exactly.
So once again, we're not trying to glorify anything. We're not pushing, that lifestyle. We're just talking about the facts of what it is, man. And it still exists today.
The music today, and so much in the hip hop world is getting so much bad press. We know we're touching on that Diddy thing. People like salivating, wanting to see if somebody else is going to take a tumble. You see what I'm saying? And it's almost like, me personally, it's almost like, as Black people, it's like we can't wait to rip somebody down off of that pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, Prince. Who's doing what to who? Okay, now they got Jay-Z. Okay, then it was R. Kelly. It's like people, we need to understand that people have lives. Now, if you break the law, you break the law. But what do you think the music today right now, hip hop, where you think it's going now, and where you think it's going in the future? Just a straight up question.
Straight up question. Control. It's about control, bro. It's about control because this will fuck you up. But I remember in 1986, I'm in California. I'm sitting around a couple of big hats. I remember motherfuckers saying, man, we're gonna destroy hip hop. You gotta think about this because they could never get in.
Right.
They didn't think this shit was gonna even last as long as it did, right? They could never get in. I also remember when a couple of brothers was trying to do a
Hello.
distributing company.
Hello.
I was there.
Hello.
This ain't shit I'm just talking. And now they take them down, right? So now today, everything is streaming and this and that. But how much you get off streaming?
Huh.
Records was fucking, you could sell a record for $20 back in the day.
Okay.
One record for 20.
Hello.
So if you sold a million records, but today you get less than 0 point damn near what 1% of this shit.
Man. It's
So it's all about control, bro. Power. They took that away. I remember the Al Haymans and the Koches.
Hello.
And when they first started and doing the record shows, doing the concerts and this and that and this and blah, 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 right? I was there. I was part of that.
Exactly.
Literally. So now, you're not making that type of, that money, bro. It's all about control. I don't know what anybody else did. I can't tell you that. I can't speak on Puff. I can't speak on R. Kelly.
Right.
I can't speak on none of these cats. I don't know. I know a few of these cats, but I don't know what they did or none of that shit. I don't know none of that. I can't even speak on that shit, right? If I could, I would, but I can't because I don't know what the fuck people did. I just know what Belo do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but I do know one thing. A person always told me, follow the money. Then you'll see the true agenda. You feel what I'm saying? Follow money. You'll see the true agenda.
I've been dying to ask somebody real this question. I'm gonna ask it to you because it seemed like you're real as hell. Ice Cube let out a video saying that one of the biggest funders and supporters of hip hop was the prison system, and that they were actually involved with hip hop at a level that people investing in the level and controlling in the level. That's the reason a lot of this music program these young people to be violent or to do certain things. And now this is Ice Cube. What do you think about that? The prison system being involved with the hip hop industry.
Great question. Truthfully, I truly believe it has a lot to do with it. Because if you think about it, that's why the drill was pushed. I believe, to some perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Facts.
let me say this to you. Back in our time, in our era, the drug game was popping, right? So, the police had a job, the judge had a job, this had a job, they got to keep working, man. The drug era, really, in the sense of, that shit ain't popping no more, right?
Not like that.
Not like that.
No.
So they gotta have a job, man. Everybody gotta work. Everybody gotta keep a job, right? Exactly. What's the biggest shit ever right now? Hip hop. Think about it. We need some people locked up. You mentioned about the investments. Think about it. Everybody investing in them prison systems.
Huh.
And
Even black folk.
Even black folk. So if I give you $100 million and I want my money back, hey man, you gotta have a certain X amount of motherfuckers in the prison system,
In order
all
to
right?
make a profit. Yes, sir.
What they get now? Back in the day, they used to get it was barely $2,000 or something like that. Then it went to 10 or something. Then it went to 30. Now you get damn near $100,000 for each inmate.
Ridiculous.
So we gotta fill you up. We building new prisons. Am I right, Mr. Rick?
Consistently.
We building new prisons. We building new. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fill them prison systems up, bro.
But now we got to take that. We got to take that a step further for these young guys to understand. Listen to what brother is saying. Now these prison systems are being built. Hip hop, to a certain degree, is help fuel these prisons. But what you got to understand is none of these prison systems are being built in the black community. All of this is royal southern parts of different states, especially here in Illinois. You get to southern Illinois, there may be 15 prisons. Did you hear me? At maximum capacity, to the point that the governor had to say, you can't build any more prison systems. And they're feeding and sending the kids to college in these little country towns. Believe what I'm telling you.
So that was a lot of insight from both guys. So what message would you have to young people? I mean, if because we're talking about drill music, we know King Von. I mean, they have a mirror up at him. But then when you hear about this guy's life, and I don't know him, they was talking about how violent this kid was, you know. Then you have the drill. What message coming from Chicago and being in the industry, because I know that you got respect in the industry. So how do we get our young men and women back into the game of society to try to say, don't end up in prison? What would you say with that?
Another great question. I would say, honestly, like, pay attention. Because that's the key factor at that point. Like, when you mention these cats, King Von, them, FBG Duck, all these cats, Juice WRLD, you can keep going on. It's like a lot of cats you can go on. No, so when you think about that, like, I love what these young cats are doing. What I want them to understand is you got to live, bro. Like, pay attention to what's going on because you're not being, like, it could be you, but you're being pushed and you're being guided.
Manipulated.
Too. You know what I'm saying? You're being manipulated. So, like, again, social media is a motherfucker. So you seeing all this on social media and you think that I got to push this agenda. Like, when I was rapping about it, I was out the shit at that time. I got away from it. You know what I'm saying? So I could tell my story, but not be in it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna even get to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Hello.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be like, okay, I live this life, whoa. That don't make no bitch, no hoe, no punk, no none of that. You know what I mean? Like, no, somebody, step up to you, you gotta defend yourself, you gotta do what you gotta do. I get that part. But live, man. A lot of these young brothers and sisters got kids, man.
Tell us something about your group, you in the future, something that the audience may not know. Where you guys plan to take your music and your movement in the future?
We, bro, our future is our past. I'm gonna explain that to you. Because we have set a foundation. We have broken history. We have put many young guys on, we put many old guys on. There's no limit to what Do or Die can do. You feel what I'm saying? We into all types of shit. We into movies, we into real estate, we into everything. So, I wouldn't even be here. I know this is my big bro right here. And he wouldn't have me here if I wasn't on that.
Believe that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Believe that.
We're relevant to the point that unless God calls and says it's over, then it ain't over. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we do a lot. I know a lot of people don't know what Do or Die does, man, and what Do or Die meant to Chicago.
Well, give us an example. Tell us.
Let me give you a great example. Again, we came out during when Tupac and Biggie was at war. Them some of the two biggest artists in the world. Still to this day. We dropped an album called Picture This. That was the #1 album in the country.
Which album?
Picture This.
Picture This.
I said it.
Yeah.
Picture this. Think about it. At the height of the war, there was a thing called a box. That's what they used to play videos on.
Yep.
Right? We had the most streaming shit ever since then. Let me forward it a little bit. We did a song called Do You. Do you know we had 18 billion streams? They had to run it back to just only say a billion streams because they didn't want to pay us the money.
How many streams?
We had over 18 billion at first. They ran it back. It probably was more than that. Hold on, let me say something. Wait, let me go up some. Let me
Game
go
don't
up some.
change.
2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, we dropped a song called Do You. Just recent. Shit. We 32 million streams on that shit. We're a group from 19 fucking, well, when our song hit nationally and internationally, that we was a group from 1996 when it hit from there. And we dropped some shit then. How we get them many streams?
Still relevant.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, no disrespect to anybody, you know what I mean? But like the younger generation, I love them. Love what they doing. Support it. My thing is stay alive. Because who comes after you? Deliver that message. Somebody looking up to you. Somebody watching Lil Durk saying, damn, who coming after Durk? You feel what I'm saying? Somebody watching these young cats saying, who come after these guys? You know what I'm saying?
And how do you navigate and survive?
And how you navigate and survive. And I love these guys. I love all that.
yeah.
Look, man, I'm a Chicagoan. I don't give a damn. You from the west side, south side, east
Whatever
side,
you
north
doing.
side. I'm a Chicagoan. I'm born on the west side, though, born and raised.
Yeah, Chief Keef, that's the one we couldn't think about.
Oh, Keith, man, Keith, that's, I love that nigga music. You know what I'm saying? I love Keith music,
But that's Chicago.
especially Finito. What, I love the cat music.
That's Chicago at its rawest.
Chief Keef, and one of my homies, one of my closest homies, like a brother to me. They're together damn near every day. Every day. In fact, I had called not Chief Keef, but I called the cats like my brother yesterday. He jumped right on the phone.
For Chief Keef?
No, not Chief Keef. I called the one of my homies that's with him. They be with him every day. I called him. And my homie Brandon. And you know, he with him every day. Love the music. Love Chicago. I love what Chicago doing. I love the young cats that's doing it. I'm not trying to get in their way. I want them to get in my way. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep doing this shit and we're gonna take this shit over like we supposed to have been had. Cause motherfuckers don't respect Chicago music.
They don't?
Nah.
Why not?
They never, as I said to you, you gotta keep in mind, we're the #1 consumers in the world. We buy more, not just music, product, anything in the world, right? So if we take away from people's pockets, you think they want to fuel us? Because if we get on, then shit, we don't need them.
Somebody falls short. Let me emphasize something. You know, like he said, we're Chicagoans. We happen to be from the west side, but we love Chicago.
Facts.
The north side, the south side, the east side, the west side, and we got ties in all of these places, man. You know, so when we go to a different side of town, there's nothing but love, man. You know, we ain't trying to represent one thing and, you know, misrepresent another thing. That's not what we're talking about. To piggyback on that, you said that, you know, and I honestly know this, that for a long time, it seemed like they pushed back on the artists in Chicago being able to break the glass ceiling. And while they were doing that, think about something. Now you're innocent supposedly until proven guilty. But now you take R. Kelly. At one time he was the biggest artist in the world. Where was he from?
Chicago.
You take Twister. Where's he from?
Chicago.
You take the Brat.
Chicago.
You understand what I'm saying? We could keep going and going, you know. But it seems like when people like Kelly and other people that, I mean, we take this thing all the way back to Sam Cooke. You ain't hearing what I'm saying here. See, this ain't no bullshit.
That's right.
It seems like every time one of the people began to navigate to take control of a particular part of the industry, bad luck happens. If you want to look at it that way.
Can I capitalize off
Yes,
that
sir.
real quickly?
Go ahead, take your time.
You finna know what I'm finna say right now, as soon as I see it. If people can remember, downtown Michigan, you already know where I'm coming from, had all the record companies. See, a lot of people don't know.
Man.
Even if they're looking at the movie and they were like, Cadillac Records, do you know that was downtown Michigan?
Man, come on.
We had all the record companies, the major record companies, right in Chicago, right? When the mob stepped in, started storing them, they started moving around. And there was a lot of them moving around. Motown on down, right? So think about it. Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? We had all the biggest record companies.
Cadillac Records.
Cadillac Records. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So think about this. When the mob stepped in, they started extorting. I felt like, oh man, we can't spend no money here. We gone. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. The industry has gotten taken out of Chicago. One of the biggest.
Several times.
Several times. One of the biggest stations in the world. One of the biggest TV what's-face in the world. Soul Train.
You
Don Canadian.
understand me?
You gotta think about this. Like we had some of the biggest shit in the world that was
Happened.
taken out of here.
So why you being from Chicago, Crucial Conflict being from Chicago, and other groups being from Chicago, why don't you just take it back?
But it's not a point of taking it back.
Bigger than that.
It's way bigger than that. Because when politics step in, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta, it's an old saying, there's a time and place for everything. So when politics step in, you just gotta maneuver around the curves. It's happening now. Look at what we're doing now.
Exactly.
This
another game.
chopping the block up.
Hey,
We chopping the
indeed.
block. It's happening now. And then the younger cats, they doing it now. We just laid the foundation.
Man.
They're doing it now. The younger generation is doing it right now. Think about it. All of us setting the tone. You know what I'm saying? All of us played our part. We had our part to play.
Okay, last question, then we're gonna end it here. Cole Hart gave a shout out to all the Chicago groups. I want you to give a shout out to all of the Chicago.
I don't have to because they already know I love Chicago. So I don't have to. It ain't about just rap with me. I go further than rap. I'm not a
They're
rap ass
personal
nigga.
friends.
I'm not a rap ass nigga. I'm a brother. If I got love for you, I got love for you. And my shit go further, way further than some rap shit. You know, I fuck with.
man.
Can't anybody call Belo and say come up here because I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah, hello.
And I wouldn't have gave a damn who you were. If Mr. Rick would have called me, I wouldn't have came.
Hello. But that's
Or if I would have came, I'd have charged the shit up at you.
exactly. See, this is a history here. This is some real
I
love.
don't have to
here.
do
This
all
ain't-
that.
Yeah, this
I
ain't
love
that.
who I love. I'm a
Right.
Chicago nigga. So I think that things don't need to not be explained, bro.
Exactly.
I'm Chi-Town. They should know that. They take it any other way, they're what it is, and it's whatever at that point.
And there's no disrespect. That's
No
just,
disrespect to nobody.
No, that's just the way it is. There's a lot
Right.
of love here.
Right.
You know, and That's what makes people do certain things. Let me say this, and then we'll, another guy, here's a brother, I don't care where I'm at, where he's performing at, what we're doing, that door is always open, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. That door is always
100.
open, Crucial Conflict the same way. Hey, Twister has been the same way with me for, man, oh my God. But I'm saying that to say we have that love. It's not about, man, man, that nigga ain't, it's about the love, man, because we all have taken that journey together in some very crucial moments. And the love is there. And know that. And Twister, make your way, brother.
And shout out to all the female Chicago rappers. We love y'all.
Believe that.
Everybody.
You're
we love
killing
y'all.
the
I can mention
game.
so many names. Shauna, Katie, all y'all, Nuisance, everybody. Shit, there's so many of them. I can't even name them all. But, man, we love y'all. And we rocking with y'all. Chicago.
This is your platform.
Yiddy.
Come on the block and let's chop it up. For real, for real.
Chopping it up on the block.
When the world starts spinning and the truth gets blurred, the OGs stepping voices to be heard. With wisdom so grand, they're here to break it down. Gonna tell it like it is all around the town. OG chopping block, where the real talk don't stop. Cutting through